Hey there, friends and viewers. This is Hengest with TGN.TV, and today I got another PvP video for you guys. I'm going to be playing on my Frost Mage Rigel. You guys know him well. But before I get into the footage, I just want to take a minute to get something across to you guys that I feel is pretty important that everyone's made aware of. It's pretty obvious right now, guys, that Frost Mages are overpowered for PvP. I've been playing a Frost Mage for over a year now in PvP. I've been playing against them on a variety of classes, and guys, I'll be the first to tell you that this class is fucking overpowered, and it has been for as long as I've been playing Warcraft. With that said, looking at the patch 4.01 notes, I was, pretty confused why Frost Mage was so much stronger than the other two mage specs in PvP, because, it's not very attractive to a class to have one spec that reigns supreme in PvP. And then in 4.06 they boost the damage from the PvP abilities like Ice Lance significantly. And just the other day I was looking at the patch 4.1 notes, and I was looking at this. Here's a little screenshot I got for you guys. I pulled off of Blizzard's website, and I'm just, what the hell is Blizzard thinking with these patch notes, guys? Somebody please explain to me logically, how is this fucking possible? Ghostcrawler, if you're watching this video, man, this makes absolutely no sense. Now, I mentioned in TGN Live 5 that I was going to do some patch 4.1 review stuff, and I'm going to. But before I get into some more Frost Mage stuff, I just want to make this clear. Guys, look at this. Frost Armor... the physical damage reduced by 15% instead of providing 20% bonus armor. First of all, that is so much more valuable because damage reduction affects magic damage as well, as opposed to armor just affecting physical. And the fact that that scales with resilience values these days, it's preposterous. That is like Moonkin form, except better. It's overpowered. Okay, it can't proc Fingers of Frost anymore. Big deal. Who cares? You don't even use frost. Melee classes don't even hit you when you have frost armor on, so it doesn't make a difference. Oh man. Look at this next one. Frostbolt damage has been increased by 10%. Please. Damage you're doing against frozen targets already in Frost as in Frostspec is ridiculous. There's no justification for that. What else do we have here? Fingers of Frost damage applied to Ice Lance has been increased by 25%. It's a standard 10% damage buff to Ice Lance whenever Fingers of Frost is up. What the fuck is... Are you kidding me? Oh my god. And look at this. Ice Barrier damage has been increased, or damage value has been increased by approximately 120%. And it scales from spell power now by 8%. That basically means, guys, when they have ice barrier up, that's their bubble, it's a lot stronger now than it is currently on live, patch 4.06. And this is the best part. Glyph of Frost armor now also causes the mage to regenerate 2% of maximum mana every 5 seconds. That's like mage armor, except better. I have no words to describe that. Oh my god. It's basically Frost Armor is the end-all be-all PvP buff for mages now. It's ridiculous. So I'm sorry to go on that little rant. I just wanted to get that across. I will still be doing a review of the mage in patch 4.1. But anyways, guys, let's get into this footage. Sorry for using the profanity there. I just feel strongly about this. And I'm going to use this opportunity to launch a new project. And that is, guys... when patch 4.1 comes out, it should be in the next week or so, I'm going to take it upon myself to gear my Frost Mage, get him some resilience, get him some spell power, and just record all kinds of crazy ass footage of me destroying people in PvP. And hopefully Blizzard will notice. Hopefully it'll get popular. People say like, wow, did you see Hengest Frost Mage video? Did you see him fucking owning 4 guys at once? Because, guys, that's what's going to freaking happen with this. If they keep doing this to the class, it's so bad. Like, I thought Subtlety Rogue is bad in 4.06, and it is. But my goodness, I can't even imagine what's going to happen with the Frost Mage now. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna start that project when 4.06 comes out, or when 4.1 comes out, excuse me. And I'm just going to try to show the WoW population this problem, because obviously Blizzard doesn't see that the Frost spec is so out of hand. Currently, they're just going to give it more damage to make it more attractive in raid. It doesn't make any logical sense. It's going to break the balance of PvP even more than it already is. So you can see I put up mage armor right there because I see there's casters up here. But man, that's not even going to be, it's not even a thought isn't going to cross my mind when 4.1 comes up. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into this footage. We got an arms warrior pretty upset about me freezing him there, so he pops his blade storm, so I get away with my blink pretty easily. The pet's bursting pretty hard. Look at that huge frostbolt on the frozen target for 24,000, followed by an ice lance for almost 19,000. All kinds of crazy burst damage. Didn't even have to set up those procs or anything. But I get closed in on that by the two warriors there, and I'm forced to use my ice block. I can see there's a holy paladin here. I'm going to try to burst him down. Oh, never mind. That's a priest of sorts. It might even be a holy priest. There goes the deep freeze. Oh, before I can get off that frostbolt, I get intercepted by that warrior. That's a pain. So there we go with a nice frost firebolt. The other warrior is going to use his blade storm. Doesn't pursue me though. And I notice there's this other healer. Looks like this is a holy paladin. Camping out over here, hiding behind walls, popping off heals when she can. And I polymorph her to try to burst down this priest. There goes some huge ice lance crits. This guy's geared, folks. And I'm hitting him so hard. My mage isn't even geared. Using my cooldowns there with even a heroism. What do they call that these days? Time warp. And great job of LOSing there. Polymorph that healer yet again. I'm going to try to burst this guy down. He just got the leaf up in there. That buff. Deep freeze off cooldown. Let's see, do I use it? Nope, not yet. Not necessary even. There goes the deep freeze. And get off that fast cast on the frostbolt. This guy must be wearing frost resist. Or maybe I need some spell pad. I don't know. I'm going to have to rework my gear. A mind blast there. Holy cow. He got burst so hard by that frost firebolt on the frozen target. And I'm going to just switch out here to this warrior. There goes some nice burst damage. Oh, the impact is up. Here goes. I'm going to open up on this holy paladin. I've had enough of him getting sheeped. Random crit, not even against the frozen for 17k there. There goes an ice lance for almost 19k. There's the deep freeze. Oh, great use of the bubble there. He almost got hit real hard. And I'm going to switch this enhancement shaman here. No idea why I'm getting so close to him. They're actually the anti-mage. Communicating to my pocket heal here, Icy Arrow, he was in the last video, to move away because that graveyard spawn just came up and the entire horde team is right down there. Time to make an escape. Nice burst damage there on that warrior. Frost Lance randomly for almost 20,000. There goes the slow fall down the mountainside. There's too many horde up there, even with the Ice Lance falling. Oh man, look at that. So much mobility, so much evasion. Even spell stealing the living crap out of that paladin there as I'm retreating. There goes the Ring of Frost. Didn't even need to use the cold snap for that. And freezes the enhancement shaman, gets away handily from their entire team. And why not throw a little invisibility in there to drop aggro just for shits and giggles? Why not? So retreat up here to the Draenei Ruins. I know those guys are hot on my pursuit because they're pretty pissed off. We just kind of manhandled them and left. Their entire team was there. And opening up on that, looks like a prop paladin. And my ally's trying to run the flag there. He does get in. Look at that huge burst on the prop paladin there. Even rooting him with my Cone of Cold. Pick up the boots. Turbo time for no reason. And I'm scouting down the healers because I can tell their team is getting healed significantly. I find this same Holy Paladin, Polymorpher yet again. She's got to be pretty upset with me by now. The Enhancement Shaman closes quarters only to find me blink away. And there I just got rooted in place, taking some serious damage there. But nothing a little Ring of Frost can't handle. Get away just like that. Lickety split even with a blink after getting mind spiked. Come on. Oh, no need for the blink. There we go. Just root that shaman right in place. There's the blink. Get back in range of my team there. Even launching a Frostfire orb out there. Didn't do anything. Could really use a spell steal on that Avenger's Wrath, but I just want to kill this shaman. There we go. He's bursting on people. Getting hit like a truck from random frostbolts. Didn't get that killing blow, but pretty much contributed almost exclusively to his death. And let's see here. What else we got? Looks like our team really rallying out of there, the Draenei Ruins. And I'm just going to move down here and pick off some people in the center of the map just for fun. practicing my skills. Oh my goodness, that was a burst for 50,000 damage just randomly after the pet freeze using those Fingers of Frost procs. Guys, that was just a random frost bolt and an ice lance burst on him for 50,000 damage out of the blue. And we notice now that in 4.1 those numbers are going to be going up very significantly. It makes no sense to me. So yeah, up here back in the Blood Elf Tower, I want to take this base here. We'll see if we get around to it eventually. Freezing that flag carrier in place, bursting on him with some deep freeze even. Oh, and he gets out of it just in time, popping his recklessness there. Gotta get away from him. If I get charged by that warrior, it's gonna be some bad news. Getting all my mana shield absorbed there. Spell stealing the crap out of this paladin yet again. I don't like him coming at me with all those buffs. Strangely enough, I did not get the Avenger's Wrath. He bubbles, and just kiting him down here in the safety of the bridge area with my healer. I'm just going to slowly edge my way up there. This is very basic strategy. 20,000 crit there with the Ice Lance. This side I'm going to focus down this Resto Shaman, Resto Druid. I notice he's undergeared right away. That sets off a bullseye target in my mind. There goes the Pet Freeze. Didn't even get the killing blow on that one. Not even necessary. He was taking so much damage. There we go with some nice burst on those Fingers of Frost. This is an Elemental Shaman, looks like. Mirror Image is making short work of that guy. And we got a Shadow Priest up here. Just uses Dispersion. Perfect timing there. Actually, it was split second too late. He got hit by that Frostbolt pretty hard. Oh, and just bursting on. Here comes the rest of the Horde team. The two Warriors. Those guys go hand in hand. The two Taurens. And I'm going to jump off with a slow fall yet again. Perfect timing on my allies' reinforcements. Using the Mage Ward there. Spamming my shield. Just came off cooldown. And getting healed. Still in this battle. I'm curious, do I die in this battleground? We will see. Hand of Freedom on that Paladin. Should have spell stolen that as soon as I saw it. But I believe it did get dispelled anyway. Random Frostbolt for 19,000 damage there. And some heavy burst damage there. Keep in mind, guys, that's a prot Paladin. And what do we have here? The Warriors jumping down off the mountainside there. Not interested in fighting me. Clearly prioritizing the Balance Druid there along with that Subtlety Rogue. And I'm just going to completely CC this Warrior. Actually, he's going after my Paladin healer. Or Druid. Shaman healer. Even drop down a Ring of Frost after that Frostfire Orb. Keep him snared. He does manage to get out of the Ring of Frost. Probably not the best usage there of that ability. But my healer going to kite him back into the ring. I'm just going to pull out there. I'm getting ranged by some guys up there. And I really want to take down Blood Elf Tower, so I'm staying in this area. Nice burst damage with the deep freeze there. And I'm just going to slowly ease my way up there. It's important, guys, if you're not mega geared like my main is, if you don't have a whole lot of resilience, then you need to be working with your team, especially if you're a ranged class and you can't be taking in damage like crazy. So that's why I'm sticking with my team so well here. And of course, my partner in crime there, Sierra, he recently joined the guild with Curtis's new video announcement. Being my pocket healer, great job there. And so because of that great teamwork, I've actually spent most of my mana pool just bursting down these hordes. So I got to evocate there. And here we go. I'm back in action up here on the Blood Elf Tower, popping my Frostfire Orb, scoping out this healer down there that's not going to get away. Look at that crazy Ice Lance out of nowhere. There goes the Pet Freeze on this Frost Mage. Going to trade some blows with her. She ice blocks out of fear, supposedly, because maybe she knows that Rigel's the chosen of the Kirantor. Who knows? Nice little impact on the prop paladin there. This team, the Alliance team, is completely taking control of Blood Elf Tower. That slow pushing is finally paid off. And here we go. That Ice Mage got to make an escape, otherwise she's just going to get destroyed. Nice burst. Oh, are we going to get some Frostfire Bolt? No crit. Okay, so Ice Lance is up, but no enemies to kill. I wonder why. Okay, so we're going to go over to the Fell Reaver Ruins, and I'm just going to... The base caps right now are 3-1 in favor of the Alliance. That's their last graveyard that they're going to be spawning from. I know that, so I got to be careful going up there. I'm just going to wait off to pick off some stragglers, because at this point in the game, if you've got a lead like that, then taking down players in transit to the other bases is actually a great use of your time. So I'm using my invisibility here. It's funny, a lot of people don't even know that mages can go invisible. Just to scope things out, maybe go up here to the Fell Reaver Plateau and pick some people off. Not really sure what my plan is, but I'm going to mount up anyway and see if I can't go up there and wreak some havoc on these guys. But I can't be standing on top of that graveyard. I think I decided, yeah, I got to pull back. Too much for me to handle. Don't have the gear yet. And I see this Frost Mage yet again. I think I'm going to, just go ahead and polymorph her and open up on this Shadow Priest. There are two of them there. Missing with the pet freeze must have been a latency issue there. The Mage does blink or do something to get out of the polymorph. I'm just going to stick on the Shadow Priest though, because my team is right at my back. Deep freeze. Oh, and a perfect use of dispersion. If you're a Shadow Priest, that's exactly the right response to a deep freeze. You do not want to be taking hits from that. And Sniper Rat, she's going in the wrong direction though. Oh my goodness. So, and I'm in the middle of the map here. It's always fun to just take people down, especially as a Frost Mage. You can just take people off their mounts, no problem. And I'm just going to go up here and mess around with these hordes. If I can kite them back towards our bases that we do control, it can really cause some disarray and disorganize their team. Doing a little trick there with the Ring of Frost, trying to taunt them basically is what I'm doing. And the unlucky graveyard spawn there, taking some heavy damage by a hunter. And another Frost Mage there. But nothing a little blinking and some healing from my buddy can't handle. Even thrown in an ice block there to get rid of those snares and the DOTs. Just to continue my escape. Even popping a cold snap right there to get my Ring of Frost back up. And there you have it, guys. My ice block is off cooldown again. I just got to wait for that debuff to wear off. And I'm just, making my escape. Like I said, I'm kiting these guys back towards our base. Seeing how many of them take the bait, so that my team can just gang up on them and kill them off one by one, because I can't do it by myself. And we do get the Shadow Priest who takes the bait, so I'm going to freeze her. I hate I hate goblins, and just unload on her with some great damage. She is using some kind of a damage reduction ability. I don't think that was dispersion. And her Ice Mage buddy is going to come along with her. Not the wisest choice, because my team does control the Blood Elf Tower. And they're not going to sit around and watch us lose to these guys. Not that I would. Anyways, we got a healer Frost Mage combo. Incredible combo. There we go. Some deep freeze. Some nice Ice Lance crits there. 3 of them. With a pet freeze to get my Fingers of Frost back up. And there we go. Finishing off. Even the pet gets the killing blow. And the Ice Mage wisely tries to retreat. But I'm probably not going to let that happen. Probably, we're going to blink after her real quick. And just show her who's boss. Oh, great use of the rocket boots. Barely out of range of that cone of cold. Great escape there. And I am going to pursue her just because I don't really have much else I can do. Well, actually, we just lost one of the other bases. I believe it was Draenei Ruins. So I could get back and capture that. But also, keeping players like this isolated is a great strategy as well. If you're being strategic about it. If you're just going in there for kicks and giggles, it's no point in doing that. So I do use my invisibility, get separated from my healer by doing so, but I can give these guys a scare back here, messing around with this holy paladin, maybe even get a kill and start capturing the space, who knows. But there is a camouflage hunter there that did notice my presence, and using a great concussive shot combined with just opening up on me with some burst damage. I'm going to still try to take down that healer though, because she's one of 2, I believe, in this battleground. Nice little counter spell there. I should be spell stealing her. Not the best use of Ring of Frost. Probably should have rooted her before using it. Even so, got a deep freeze there. Some nice Ice Lance crits. All but 1 crit. And just keeping her root. She can't even move, guys. Look at this. Even got an impact off cooldown for when she casts. And there it goes. Interrupts the cast. Counter spell just came off cooldown. She's resisting some of my frost spells. I really need to get that spell pen hitting her real hard. Still have the counter spell off cooldown. And Wisely uses a bubble there in time for their team to finally finish me off. That was not the best use of my time, especially since I got separated from my healer. But luckily, didn't even have to spend a second on the res there. So back in the center of the map, it is 2-2 on the base captures. And the Horde team is concentrating heavily on running the flag. At this point, I know it's pretty much over, though. You can see the score. Too much in our favor. Even if they do capture the flag consecutively, it's too late. We've had that third base for too long. even gonna polymorph that mage and try to focus down this shadow priest up here. It seems those two are friends. They're always together. And so I'm really just having fun while this battleground ends. I decided to show this battleground because it was a very good display of slow pushing at the Blood Elf Tower there. A lot of people don't know to retreat if they're taking too much damage as an individual and just regroup with your team. I'm forced to do it when I have low resilience on this mage. It's not something I typically do on my druid because I'm kind of just trying to show off for the camera when I play the druid. But if you want to really focus on getting better at the game in terms of winning for your team, these sorts of tactics are probably more educational than a lot of the stuff I do. My partner hexing that pet and I just totally burst on it. We're not communicating or anything, not that it matters. This warlock seems to be pretty heavy on this PvE gear, getting unlucky with some crits on him. Guys, if you didn't know, Frost Mage damage mostly comes from frozen target damage, not the same as a regular crit, because the mastery increases damage dealt on frozen targets. So when you crit on a frozen target, you get the crit multiplier, plus the mastery gets factored in. It's just out of control. There goes the end of the battleground. Not so hot on the killing blows, but my damage done was pretty remarkable. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for the patch 4.1 reviews. I'll see you next time. This has been Hengest with TGN.TV. Bye-bye.